Keep On, and Idealist Realist, which are
Frank,
two of our really
is,
cool songs.
I want you to try this beautiful.
Get it on film.
Oh, we have been rolling the whole time.
Northern Lights.
What year was the Deep Purple thing you mentioned?
From Deb the Rap.
We crashed a Deep Purple Rod Stewart show in 1971. Pardon?
You know how I know you're telling the truth?
Why?
Because I'm a music historian and I have shows from that concert tour.
Hey,
he does.
Believe I really do, and I know you're. And that's I'm honestly telling you that I know that tour.
How many times have you seen Bang?
The Bang album. Think of this. Think of this.
Just once.
Maddie has it. The Bang album came out 7 years after the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan.
Was it only 7?
Well, Beatles came out in 64.
Yeah, I was born that year.
71.
Me too.
Bang album came out. So when you look at the history of rock and roll, we were there in the fucking beginning.
Yeah, I hear you.
And,
live videos of you playing early?
The only live video we have is an 8mm film of us playing. Our second concert was with Steppenwolf in Richmond, Virginia.
You know, my
What
dad
year was
might
that?
have promoted that. Steve Gus.
Yes, sounds familiar.
What year was that show?
Because he was Steppenwolf's manager back then.
We were with a company called East Coast Concerts, which was part of Concerts West,
My dad
which was
might.
out of Dallas.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Showco was the
yeah, I remember. They were the lighting in PA, that's right.
Yeah,
They did Zeppelin and bands like that.
When we crashed the show 72 hours after we left Delaware.
My dad's.
You know, if you guys don't know the Bang story, just read the, you know, life is all about timing. You know,
You're right about that.
We so true.
They did that on purpose.
Unnecessary.
They did that on purpose.
Favorite bag of Colombian gold. Debbie with $15.
I know. My father did.
All right.
I know all about that.
We needed papers, right? We needed papers. We were in Daytona Beach. Their boardwalk's about as long as this block here, and it was 5 of 9. And we needed some zigzags. We needed to fucking smoke this pot. And we put our foot in the door. The guy was ready to close the fucking door. And we said, look, man, we just bought some pot. We just want to fucking
I was wondering when you were going to finally do that.
And we went in. Here you go, baby. And there was a poster on the wall that said Battle of the Bands. You know, tomorrow is Saturday. And we said, man, you know, we got a band. We'd love to do that show. And he goes, man, he said, that was last week. He said, I'll tell you what, you guys got a band? And we said, yeah. He said, well, Deep Purple and Small Faces are playing in Orlando tomorrow. Why don't you go there? Maybe they'll let you play. Being a smart ass. So we went back to the campground. We're in the tent. We're smoking. We're going, well, what the fuck? Why don't we go to Orlando and see what we can do? So we got up at 8 o'clock in the morning after spending the night in the tent. We drove to Orlando, found the auditorium. And guys, in 1971, there was no security. Right?
Yeah.
We pulled right through the fucking chain link fence, pulled right behind the auditorium, waiting to get arrested. Nobody bothered us. We walked in, Shoko was setting up the PA. Nobody stopped us, so we kept walking. And we knocked on the door, and this guy came out. And we said, we're Bang from Philly, we're the best fucking band. We want to play tonight. Waiting to get arrested, right? It just so happened, this guy could have been the fucking janitor, right? It could have been anybody.
Right.
It just so happened it was the promoter of the show. Destiny, guys. Within 5 minutes, your entire life could change. And he looked at us like, who the fees fucking? He goes, you got your equipment? Which right out of the U-Haul. He says, well, set it up on the ground. I want to hear what you sound like. And we're flipping out, right?
I live down
here. No roadies. And back in the day, the bands would set up in front of each other, depending on when they played. So Deep Purple had their stuff, the Small Faces, and there was another group called Matthew's Southern Comfort. And I swear to God, we must have had about this much stage. And we used to play a couple songs. We played a couple songs. He says, you know what? He says, you guys sound pretty good, and you got balls like this.
Yeah, you
open up the show tonight.
Nice.
Guys, come on. 72 hours after we left Claymont, Delaware, right? We're opening up for Small Faces and Deep Purple.
That's
all right.
awesome.
The original, all right. And Destiny, dudes. 5 of 9, we got those rolling papers. 5 minutes, we would have never heard about the show. We probably never would have got a fucking record deal. And I wouldn't be sitting here on a fucking sidewalk.
Just to even better that story.
You know, and I really think, if you really believe in yourself, you can make things happen. You can inflict your will. Because you know what? That's what it's all about. You know, the minute, because if you don't believe, then nobody's going to believe.
You're totally on
But the minute you slip into ego, and I don't give a shit how good a fucking musician is or how great songs are, the minute he thinks his shit doesn't stink, and I hate when guys would go to a show, they jump in a limo and leave. You know, these fucking people came out, they love your music, they're giving you all this love. You don't have 5 minutes to chill the fuck out and go say hello, or to take a picture, or to sit here with you. You know, this is means more to me than fucking playing, because it's like, you know, you guys are like appreciating what I'm saying. You like my music, and I don't need anything else. It's never about money, because you know what? I never had money, and I don't need it. I would rather be sitting here with you guys, sharing my story, sharing my sweat, sharing, you know, our music, and you know what?
Money doesn't bring you happiness.
That's right.
You know.
Well, here's something that'll even
I never thought I would have wisdom.
I can even enhance the story.
I never thought I would have wisdom. And I try to tell people all the time, you know what? Listen to the old people, because if I can spare you guys 5 minutes of misery by maybe telling you something that might make you avoid depression or being upset about something, you know, hey, it's simple. Just believe in yourself and have a good time. And you know what? Never worry about what people think. Just be true to yourself, because be passionate about something. I tell everybody, don't get a job. Find something you love, and you can make money at it, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's whatever. As long as you're passionate about it, you're never going to work a fucking day in your life. And you know what? There's people, what is work? Work is about working 40 hours a week to make some money so you can buy some food, so you can pay the rent, you get 2
I want to go
off.
back to the story about Deep Purple and Rod Stewart.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Yeah, this is boring now. Okay.
No, I'm fucking with you. But let me mention something about that.
Butterfly story.
You guys, you all heard the song. Everybody here knows the song "Smoke on the Water," right?
Of course.
Well, when he opened for Deep Purple, they hadn't even wrote that song yet.
Not that. No.
Am I right?
No, you're absolutely
that
right.
was in
I think
Switzerland,
right after we played with them, they did the Machine Head out.
That's right.
That's what bridged the gap.
Then all of a sudden, Highway Star, Sweet Child in Time.
Yeah, they hadn't even done fucking Machine Head yet.
Deep Purple when they were the original members. The fact that we did the Small Faces. This was right before Rod had fucking Maggie May.
Right,
And he did his solo
Yeah, well,
thing.
you said 71.
Detroit. We were in fucking Gravy Ballroom. Who comes in to do Ziggy from Mars and fucking David Bowie? And we were in Detroit, and it's like,
Oh, I know that too.
Guys, you know what?
Was that like 70?
I'm gonna cry.
Was that 73?
No, it was actually 72.
I was close. I was close.
And don't forget this: the Bang album, the Mother album, the music album was all done within a year and a half. All right.
Okay.
Because back in the day, you did 2 albums a year.
Yep.
That was the deal.
That's true.
Now,
yeah.
An album every
Once every 5
7
years. Yeah.
Back then, you had a strict fucking regimen.
Yeah, you're right. I know a lot of
everything
bands put out
we
2
did
albums in the 70s.
Was done
in the same year.
Like I said, they didn't want to release stuff in the country. They gave us 2 weeks to write an album. We hid it out in a room. Tony was in one room writing words. Me and Frankie were thinking about every fucking riff we ever invented, and we wrote the Bang album in 10 days.
That was only 10 days?
Yeah, 10 days. And Michael Sunday, who produced fucking Blue Cheer, came down and says, I don't fucking believe it. And he didn't want to do questions. He thought it wasn't. We said, look, man, we play it live. It's a good shuffle. People have fun. We got it, and that became our first single. But you know what? Capitol was all about. You learn right away. It's not the music business. It's the business of music. It's like selling fucking shoes. And how can you fucking put any kind of label on music, which is all about heart? You know, when you're speaking from the heart, it's not like you're making boots or you're fucking, right, you know what I mean? But it's all about, that's what people do, and it just sucks. And you're leaving, I can tell you're frustrated.
I'm not.
She is.
I do
well,
have
we
to
probably
stretch.
all
I
have
feel
to
like I'm
motivate.
Anyway.
Hey man, great story. Thanks for taking the time. I kind of wasn't expecting all that, but it's really cool because
I want you to send me that.
I will. No,
better. I'll kick your ass.
I got a
by the
better
way,
story of
these
Blue
two
Chair.
girls know me pretty well.
Best.
They also know that I don't give this shit out to
The
anybody.
absolute best.
Well, to you.
Me and Star confirmed
But you know what I meant. You know it ain't going on YouTube.
I heard Joe Hasselman told me a story about this tarot deck that came from Salem, Massachusetts. That was all evil and stuff, and I thought that he gave it to Cliff Burton, but I was corrected.
He gave it to Dickie Peterson.
I think I know somebody you know.
You know this story?
No, I just guessed.
No, but this guy Joe. Wait a minute.
No, somebody else from Blue Chair.
But stop. I want to ask you a question.
Somebody else.
I heard that he covered a Bang song on one of his albums.
Who's that?
And I was the Joe, right? And I never,
I never
knew what Bang song he covered. You know, I never knew what it was. I don't know whether it was Red
It's on the. I think it's the last album.
Is it the House of Anders?
I think his last album, he actually.
Let's call him.
Hounds of House of Anders?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got Joe's phone number out in my car.
Let's
I don't know
call
if in Massachusetts. He lives up in at least last
Ask
time
him
I
what
talked.
Bang song he did.
I forget. I think it's on their last album.
I tried to get online and figure out which one it was.
I had heard that he was
What
gonna.
Bang song did he
But I don't know which song it is.
Pentagram.
Is this your final
Yes.
lifeline?
Yeah. Yeah, it is the old. Hey, when you were out back in the 70s, you know, obviously you guys probably opened for all sorts of people that were, no offense, bigger,
Right, you know
bigger.
why? Because in the 70s, there was a bunch of mini Woodstock.
Like 5 miles from here.
Okay.
It was a show for $5, man.
Right.
See fucking 5, 6, 7 bands.
Bands.
You know,
Yeah.
you go to a fucking
I'll be at my
festival,
house
and
in
there'd be
Alabama,
30 bands on a fucking show. So the Eagles were there, the James Gang, you know, Alice, fucking Three Dog Night.
Did you ever play with?
Brothers?
Did you guys ever play with Mahogany Rush?
Yes.
I thought so. Frank Marina is a friend of mine.
Uriah Heep,
Oh,
with
geez.
Savoy Brown,
Yeah, all the good
Mal,
shit.
Edgar
All the good
Winter, the other winner.
Are you leaving us, Spring?
Spring.
Yeah, she's leaving.
I'm sorry.
All right, I guess
Pop
we're.
was on Capitol with us. We
Yeah.
never actually did a show with them, but we did meet them, and yeah. When we first got together, I think the press called us a grand black Zeppelin. We had the groove of Grand Funk.
Funk and the heaviness
The
of
heaviness of Sabbath and the melody of Led Zeppelin.
what a compliment, though, really.
Cool. And
Yeah.
if you think of it, you know what? Because as much as we like to be musical instrumentally, we always loved harmony. And the fact that me and Frankie had a really good blend, we always did 2-part harmonies like we did in Questions and Red Man.
Cool.
It became one of our signatures, and that was. So yeah, a Grand Black Zeppelin. That's what I'm Black Zeppelin. And I
Might be a new
and I
name
always
for a
thought to
band.
myself, my God, if we could sell that many albums, we'd be bigger than the Beatles. You know?
Oh, shit. That might be a new name for a
On
band.
the radio back in '73, man.
But the coolest thing in the world was after we did the Bang record, we're in fucking Miami. We're going to Ernie's restaurant, which had the best conch chowder and vinaigrette. And the first song, the fucking Queen, came on the radio. And we're fucking driving 95, and it was like, my song on record's on the radio. And it sounded so fucking fat. It was amazing. So here we are, all these years later. Anyway, I bored you guys.
No, you fucking
No, you didn't,
But
or we
everything I'm
wouldn't.
telling you is
Burn out my
real, it's
battery.
not made up.
Right? Mine
No,
on.
like I said, I'm a little bit of a music historian, so as soon as I heard what you
All of
said,
a sudden, I'm a Beatles song. When I get older, I'm losing my head. Many years.
I gotta do the same thing. Oh, sorry.